G'day again. So today we're going to do a bit of work on measurement. If you've got a measurement, you get a ruler. Let's get a ruler like this. The limit of your measurement, which is the column I've left blank there, I've left a few columns blank, haven't I? The limit of your measurement is this minimum length here. So if on this ruler, the limit of the measurement might be, a centimetre or half a centimetre or whatever it is. Usually in the question, you've got this wording, to the nearest, or something similar. And if it says to the nearest, well, that's going to tell you what your limit of measurement is. So let's say in the question says, I measure something or other, and it's 178 centimetres long to the nearest centimetre. Well, that tells you your limit of measurement is going to be 1 centimetre. Because that's the limit. You've got that 1 centimetre, and then there's the next measurement. If we, again, to the nearest kilometre, if it was 35 kilometre drive, to the nearest kilometre, the limit of measurement is 1 kilometre. Something that's 58 millimetres long to the nearest millimetre, the limit of measurement is 1 millimetre. It's pretty easy, isn't it? You should be able to do the rest. If you measure something that's 31.5 centimetres, and it's to the nearest half centimetre, well, what's the limit of measurement? Half a centimetre. If you measure something that's 31.4 centimetres and it's to the nearest millimetre, well, there's two ways to write this, and it's probably handy if you write them both. So, to the nearest millimetre, well, you can say it's 1 millimetre, or it's 0.1 of a centimetre. So you can say it's 0.1 of a centimetre, because they're the same thing, 0.1 of a centimetre, 1 millimetre. 3,000 litres to the nearest litre, well, it's going to be 1 litre. Pretty easy filling in that column. Upper and lower limits. So the upper and lower limits, if I'm measuring something and it's here, let's say it's 178 centimetres, and there's 178 on your ruler, or your tape measure, and there's 179, and there's 177. So when you look at it, it's not this big obviously, when you look at it, anything that's from about there backwards or there forwards, you're going to say, oh, it's 178. So that's your limit of measurement. So it's really from that 0.5 to that 0.5. So the limit of measurement, if I see anything there, I'm going to say it's 178. So that's my limit of measurement from 177.5 to 178.5 for this one. So my lower limit is 177.5 centimetres, and my upper limit is 178.5 centimetres. Okay, now you can probably go ahead and do the column yourself now. 35 kilometres, limit of reading is 1 kilometre. Pretty easy, isn't it? So you're going to go from 34.5 kilometres up to 35.5 kilometres, and anything in there, you're probably going to say, well, it's 35. At this point, it is possible you might say, well, that looks like 34 to me, or that looks like 36 to me, and that's fine, but they're regarded as the limits of measurement. You don't usually write 34.4999999, and then 35.499, and then 51, because you're missing out the 5. So that's regarded as the limit. So that's a half. So 58, 1 millimetre, pretty easy. 57.5 millimetres up to 58.5 millimetres. I've probably already done the next one. So half, okay? So this time instead of 0.5, it's going to be 0.25. You're going to add and subtract either way. So we're going to get 31.25 centimetres up to 31.75 centimetres. This one, again, you're going to do half, but half of 0.4 is going to take you into the 0.45, so we're going to get 31.35 up to 31.45. So 31.35 up to 31.45 centimetres. 3,000 litres, pretty easy. 2,999.5 up to 3,000.5 litres. Okay? Absolute error. Now that's something you get asked. We're going to do that in the next bit, but I'll get you to think about that. We're going to redraw this table. The absolute error is half the minimum measurement. Well, you can figure it out already. Half the minimum measurement, and that's the number that goes in there. We'll be back in a sec.